Thank you for joining me on this episode of Highway Spec. Today we are going to do a hot take. The Chevy Camaro should have died long ago. So it was just recently announced that 2024 is going to be the last model year for the Chevy Camaro, and that is a little bit misleading. They will make the Chevy Camaro until January of 2024. From there, they're just selling whatever stock that they've got. Now, the problem with that is the Challenger, which has also known to be going away, the Challenger is being produced through December 2023. The only difference is they're marking them all as a 2023 model year. So technically the Camaro is lasting one model year longer, but in reality it's about a 1 month difference. Now the peak of this current generation Chevy Camaro, the sales topped out in 2012 at 91,314 units sold, which is a decent amount. Now from there it just kept dropping, went to 80,000. It did have a slight jump to 86,000, then 77, 72, 67, 50, 48, 29, 21, like it just is dropping like a rock. And this is all in the midst of them doing updates. Now compare that to the Dodge Challenger that we've talked about already, and it is seeing a sales growth. It is more than double the amount of units sold than the Camaro and selling more than the Mustang. Now the Camaro is outselling the Subaru BRZ and the Toyota 86 twins, but those were always expected to be a low volume seller. The Camaro was expected to be more of a volume seller, although my personal opinion is that most of them are going to rental fleets. Now, even though Dodge is selling more of the Challengers than they have in previous years, they saw the writing on the wall. I think of this much like Ford's writing on the wall several years ago, where they got rid of all their cars and just focused on SUVs. Well, now Dodge sees the writing on the wall. They're going out with a bang. They are coming out with all these special editions. Now Camaro, for its final year, they're going to come out with a 1 anniversary edition. I think what they should have done is, when the sales dropped to 20 some odd thousand back in about 2020, they should have just called it then and said, look, the Camaro was great, we're going to reinvent it, leave that open for interpretation however they wanted to, and then come out with these special editions in the last run, whatever you want to call it, and give people time to mourn the loss of the Camaro. That said, Chevy did not do that, and instead they just let it languish for years to come, which to me is what Honda does whenever it comes out with a sporty car. The NSX, the S2000, the NSX again. They just let the cars rot on the dealer lots and don't update them in a significant or meaningful way. And that is what happened with the Camaro. Yes, it went through a styling rechange in 2020, which was mostly received in a negative way, and they've done minor tweaks to it here and there to try and boost sales, but really it was dead several years ago. Now, Chevy does say they're going to keep things going. They're going to use the Camaro name throughout many different racing series, so that does leave the door open for a return at some point. Knowing the car market, the door is never closed. It will come back at some point in time. Of course, it may be a 4-door SUV with 3 rows of seating that they want to look sporty. Basically something that is nothing like it used to be. I'm looking at you, Blazer. So although the Camaro is still selling 20,000 units a year, which in the car industry is not much at all, I think Chevy should have let this die a couple years ago in a dignified way, rather than just, hey, we can't sell them anymore, so let's just stop. That's not a dignified way for the Camaro nameplate to go out. I do like the Camaro and I wish for the best for the Camaro nameplate in the future, but Chevy dropped the ball on this one. What do you think? Drop a comment below.